Hi, this is Johnny. I want to do a quick video how to fix your controller. If you're using the arcade one up, not if you're using a handheld one, a joystick, you shouldn't have any problem. Straight from the download and burn, it will work. But straight from the SD card, the arcade one up, the trackball spinner work, but the D-pad in arcade does not work. So I'm going to demonstrate it and how to fix it. So you go into the last game you play. The last game that I play, let's see, let's go to arcade and let's search for that one. The one that we tested last time that it wasn't working. And that was Gauss. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Gauss. Okay. You could go into retro and fix it from there, from option retro, or you could do it in the game itself. Either way, it will work. You just have to save it. So I fixed it in one, and it worked on. So whenever you have this overstretch problem too, you can also fix that. But let's go ahead and start the game. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, the D-pad does not work. So you press, I got out of the game. What you do is you press the select button and the X button at the same time. I got my X set up in here in the middle. So my X then Y. Okay, so you just have to press the select button and X at the same time. Okay, in here you could do two things. You could fix the video. So what I do is I go to the, first let's fix the controller. You go to option, press A, then you go to the right here, analog control mapping. Don't use analog. Analog will be okay if you're using the, okay, y'all can see that. Control mapping analog. That's working with if you have a handheld controller, but we have is arcade arcade fighting stick. So you want to change that to digital, okay? And that should fix it. You don't have to remap anything, change anything. It will automatically work. And then you will also need to go to fix the video. You just press B to get out here, and then go to the setting. So when you first come in, go to option, and then you press B to get to the setting. Then you press A, and then you select video. Okay. And the video scaling. You want to change the ratio to chord provided, meaning whatever the game is, if it's a vertical, you automatically change vertical. If it's horizontal, you automatically change to horizontal. It will not be a fixed thing. Okay, so you're going to press B, and then you want to save the setting. So you're going to go to configuration file, and you want to choose the one below the last one, meaning the one above the last one, which is save current configuration. Alright, press A. Alright, so that will save it, and then you could go ahead and go to quick menu, then resume the game and press your, now your game is not stretched either, and your joystick is working. Okay, so that's how you fix your joystick button issue for the arcade one up mod. Okay, let's get out and try another one. See if they are all fixed. Let's go to Galaga 88. That's one of the other one that I tried, didn't work. So let's go ahead and try that one. Well, let's try this one. I haven't tested this one yet. Let's try see if this one works too. Now, if a setting does not work, then you might want to go to option. Hopefully that one change should fix pretty much it. But if it still doesn't fix it, you want to go to option retro. We will do that too, so you know how to get there. All right, so this is fine. This is based on the core. So if it's long, it's gonna be long. If it's short, it's gonna be short. I mean vertically. So let it test the bio, and then we could test the game. All right, press select, star. All right, see my control is working. So instead of analog, you just want to change to digital, and that will fix the control. Okay. Now the other game that we were having problem was the Atomic Wave. It turned out the Atomic Wave, that game, the reason, now if you fix it here, it automatically fix it in a track mode as well. We will look at that too. So let's go to the option again, in case you guys, like I told you I was going to show you. So you just go to one called Retro Art, okay, with this icon, Retro Art. Y'all see that? Okay, so you're going to go to Retro Art, and that's the same spot if you was to do it from the game. Okay, and then here press B. No, doesn't go to that setting option. Go to setting. See this part, I don't know how to get to the option. Yeah, this is the part I don't know how to get to the option, that same option. So yeah, that's the only way I know how to get to that option screen, because I don't know how to do it from here. But here you could fix the video right here, scaling, and make sure you could fix it here, the ratio. Okay, but I think here you probably have to go to the controller. It's a little bit different than, so you're gonna go to input. And then here you are going to see there's no option mapping, just a binding. So port 1. So I also have it set to retro arcade, because when I first came in it was set up to classic. So you want to make sure it mapped to retro pad. Okay, so there's two things you do have to change, because when I first got in there it was saying classic gamepad. It didn't say retro. So let's go back into the game again. Let's quit. So if you was to start a game, let's go ahead and start the game again. And I'll show you what I meant. There's one part I forgot to show you. Okay, so if you go to back in the game, once it's started, you have to also map to the right controller, because recognize this as a retro game controller, but if you're using a handheld, it's recognized as a classic gamepad. Okay, so you go to the, when you first go in, oh, it's in quick menu. So when you first go in, go to option. In the option, you have control mapping need to be digital. and there's a one part where it say interface, input interface. Make sure you put input interface is retro pad, okay? All right, make sure you map that to retro pad, okay? If it's not, make sure it is. And that's pretty much it, those two things, and that will fix the controller. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the other one, how I fixed the atomic wave. Now, the way I fixed the atomic wave is I copied the ROM that I know work from another image, and I copied the atomic wave back to here. I actually replaced everything. Now mine is actually 31 games instead of 28. So if I go to the Dolphin now and play it, it's gonna have no issue. So I want to demonstrate that. So the atomic wave, the issue is not the setup, is the ROM itself somehow got corrupted, and it's the same way with a 64-bit and a 128-bit for Dolphin. So if you have issue with Dolphin, the one way with the atomic wave problem, just copy brand new ROM and replace the old one, and that should fix it. Okay. It turned out this is a solid picture, one picture. They went and did the picture and put the wheel over here and put their logo here. So if they can't find it, they just put those logo as default. But this is one solid picture. At first I thought that it went to grab the information and change this, but turned out that this is its own individual picture that they have created for Markia. So it's a lot of work that they put in. First I thought that it's just an image that grabbed the wheel and the artwork for those three screens, but it's not. It's not set up that way. It's just a solid picture. So each game have its own solid picture. Where's my button? Wow, my control is set up not correctly with after I fixed the analog. My joystick is going the opposite direction. See, I'm going to the okay, so it's working. It passed this area. Last time I couldn't get that far. Somehow my joystick is messed up. So how do I get to that screen? Let's do escape, tab. I'm not sure which key they set up to get to the main screen. Oh, it's going to this screen. That's interesting. I thought they're using a different yeah, my controller now is going to the wrong direction. Let me go to here's the option, but I want to go to set up the controller. So let's go to controller. Let's remap the controller. Let me see. My D-pad left and right is messed up. So down is down, and this is left. But why is it going to the right? D-pad's left. D-pad's right. Huh. Oh, I'm not using analog. I'm using arcade stick. Alright, let's try that. let's save it to, I'm gonna save it to all the chord. I want all the chord to be the same setting with this game. If you just save it to this game only, it only set up this game. But if you save it to the chord, it save all the setting we just changed to everything. So let's do that. Let's see if that will fix my direction, because when I go right, it's going to the left. When I go left, it's going to the right. So it's kind of awkward. Let me double check after I change to arcade stick. Is it up? It's still up, down, left, right. Okay. All right. Let's save the setting. Go to configuration, save the setting. Okay, so this is using also retro art to emulate this. Okay, I think the Dreamcast is the one that I got confused. Dreamcast uses its own setup. Okay. Alright, let's go back and resume the game. Okay, now it's right. Now I go forward, it's going forward. I go back, it's going back. So I also fixed the joystick for the atomic wave. Because when you change it to digital, for some reason it also affects the atomic wave. So I'm glad that we look at this one too, because otherwise you fix one thing but the other thing broke. You know what I'm saying? So now now the game of this image, dynamic duo, is a cool image now because everything works now. Otherwise I was like, man, I don't want to, like, I was getting upset. I'm like, what? Alright, so let's get out. So that's good. That's good to know. So I'm glad we got that fixed as well. So, okay, let's get out of the game and then let's go to track mode. Now, you don't need to change anything track mode. Only thing that you have to change was what I show you. So you got 3 button need to. Let's go to track mode, then we can talk about it while it's booting up to track mode. So we go to option. And we're going to boot to track mode. So if it's a brand new button, if you use it for arcade 1-up, your enter, escape, and the menu is all on the keyboard. So you need to reconfigure it. He said read something called PDF. I don't see no PDF on my SD card. So when I download, I don't see it. From Arcade Punk, arcadepunk.com, that's where I download this. And so I don't see any PDF file that he was suggesting. The dynamic duo guy, he replied back to my video, so I was surprised that he did. That was good of him that he did. But I was glad that I was able to figure it out, because he said he configured with the 8-bit dual with the wire, 8-bit dual wire joystick, or gamepad, not joystick, gamepad. So it's real cool image. I just upgraded mine to a Raspberry Pi 4.6.4. It's out already. Today is July the 8th, so the new one just came out. All right, this is the one I was telling you about. Is, you know how you get to the menu? If you press the tab key, you get there. Okay, I got mine set up where you press the button, this will show up. Okay, and so if you want to set up that, you have to go to the controller and just look at the right side. Okay, so you look for the buttons that say the escape, like this one. I got it set up to where the back is the B button, and where's the other one? I think the configure, where's my tab button? For some reason it has shown so many buttons that I can't see the setup. Look at my previous setup before all this changed, because previous setup, because I think I I tried to reset it and didn't work until I find out the short, easy way to do this, to fix this. But yeah, go look at the first video I did. That one is cleaner. Look at that one, and it will show you. But I want to test the game that wasn't working over there. Here, once you fix it on emulation station, this part will work. So let's go to the last play game. Now it's not going to be the same last, or maybe what it is. All right, let's try this one first. This is the one that I had problem at first from last video. So once you fix it on one side, this other side should work. See, it worked on this side as well. So yeah, if you fix it, you don't have to do nothing on this side. Only thing you have to do is set up the enter and return button, and then that's pretty much it. Okay, so hopefully this video helped, and let's go ahead and do the dolphin again. Make sure it work over here too. So once you get the control fixed, the game is pretty good. I mean, not pretty good. The game is good. I mean, the image is great. So that one you just have to copy. You could Google search it, find the file, and copy and transfer it. Or you could use the PC version like Coin Up Next. They have atomic wave as well. You could copy their ROM set over. So there's a lot of ways you could get the image and just transfer over. I just happen to have it. So I have this when long time ago somebody asked me to test the atomic wave game on Neo Geo Pro stick. So that's like last year. So yeah, close to the end of last year, I have done that a video, and none of them work. None of those atomic wave will work on the game. Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro. It's a long name. So if I move to the right, yep, it's working. All the button is working correctly. So that's good. And there's no rebooting or reset the game. And the sound graphic is all good. So it's just like Virtual Man's image. This game plays just the same as the Virtual Man. The only one that had the issue was oh, I said it too quick. You saw that? It freezes up again. You see that? It doesn't like it in the track mode. It worked okay in animation mode when after I fixed it. I wonder this track mode somehow did something to it. Let's go back to the original. See it now that is messed up. So does that mean that my animation part will be also messed up too? It was working. We just recorded, and when I go to the track mode, it messed up again. The game frees up the same spot. This is messed up, man. I don't know. I guess Dynamic Duo will have to look into this. You've seen it. I'm not playing anything special to it. It just happened. So there is some, well, because the track mode is very new, and the double screen using the Raspberry Pi 4 is very new. So there might be some, this is still beta testing, the Raspberry Pi that they updated. So who knows, maybe that's the glitch it have with because atomic wave will not work well on Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. It only work on Raspberry Pi 4. And this one I have problem overclocking. It won't let me overclock using the retro Pi configuration. Alright, let's try again. Let's see this game. Because this game is hard to emulate only with Raspberry Pi 4B. I'm using a 4GB 4B 4GB Raspberry Pi. And my system is using the ice tower cooling, so my system is not overheated, and I did not overclock anything. Is whatever is set up, that's what I'm using. All right, let's try again. It was working in the emulation side, so let's see if after changing to track mode and coming back, but I still have the same problem, or it's just the track mode is having an issue. No, the emulation is fine. It's just the track mode. Maybe track mode plus this is just too much for the system to handle, for Raspberry Pi to handle. Oh, like I said, track mode is very new. I was surprised he got it working, so it might be something that track mode have to do to fix, to make it work with Raspberry Pi 4. So it's working fine here after I copied the ROM over, but when I try to play on the track mode, it doesn't work. Alright, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.